Nicki Minaj, arguably the most successful female rapper we've seen in the genre. With her level of success came a blueprint that female rappers would follow for generations. Nicki's built a strong legacy. However, as of late, this legacy is being tarnished, with public outbursts and a weird dislike for new up-and-coming artists. It seems Nicki is hell-bent on keeping her throne in hip-hop, and there's no room for a new lead in this story. I think it's safe to say Nicki has officially become an angry rapper. But let's get into why. Nicki has had multiple public beefs with big names, spanning from the beginning of her career to now. These including Lil' Kim, Cardi B.
Is there ever a chance that you and Nicki would make up and perform together? The f occur?
Remy Ma, Miley Cyrus.
And now, back to this bitch that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good?
Mariah Carey, that chick from 16 and Pregnant. Lotto, and most recently, Megan Thee Stallion.
Lied on your dead mama, 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 mama, lied on your dead mama, lied on your dead mama, mama.
It's common that females tend to bring each other down, more often than guys, but it seems Nicki has brought this to a new level, especially more recently. These issues between women usually stem from some sort of insecurity, and I think that remains true for Nicki. When you're at the level she's been at for years, there's always a sense of competition. This is proven over and over in her lyrics, as most of her songs consist of her referencing someone who's copying her or jacking her style, or that she's above these other artists and they want to be like her. And to be fair, that's kind of just the rap culture. Claiming you're better than everyone is pretty much a must if you really want to compete. But Nicki seems to be insecure about her position in rap. Whenever a new female artist comes into the limelight, it seems they always fall into issues with Nicki. Maybe she feels threatened, or maybe subconsciously she knows her best years are behind her, and she resents these newer artists. You can't sit on top of the rap game forever. Eventually, artists must step down and their time will come to an end, and a new generation of rappers will come. It's like sports. You could be the athlete of an era, but it's only for that era. It's impossible to maintain being the best forever. You get older, you get less relevant. You could be praised for your time in your prime forever, of course, but it's impossible to stay in your prime forever. Nicki has a catalog that must be respected, and in a way, I understand why she thinks she's above these newer artists. Because when it comes to skill, I don't think any of these artists are touching her. But she's not as hot as she once was, and let's be honest, her time has passed. Most of her newer music doesn't hit how it used to. And this "I'm the best, stop trying to be like me" attitude she has on her newer tracks gets stale fast. Her older music has a sense of hunger to it, as she was seen as an underdog at the time, trying to make waves in a male-dominated genre. She had to work hard to get where she's at, and that could also be why she feels so protective of her positioning. When you fight so hard to get where you're at, you become very hesitant on letting that go. And maybe she feels resentment towards these new artists because it was a lot easier for them to make it to peak popularity, and they did it a lot faster because of the path she herself set. Let's be real, without Nicki's career, who's to say these artists like Meg or Cardi would even be as poppin'? I think this is what really gets to her, and what feeds into her bitterness. She made way for these artists, and now she's looked over by these artists she made way for. But I think when you've set a legacy like that where you've made way for the future artists, you shouldn't carry so much hate. You should keep that legacy going by supporting these artists. You should be willing to give them opportunities you've never had and help them avoid obstacles you face for yourself. Because the art is bigger than Nicki Minaj. Women are still fighting their way through hip hop. Bringing each other down is not helping in that. If anything, it's hurting that progression she even worked so hard for. Nicki needs to start embracing new female artists, taking the genre forward. Sure, she's worked with some newer artists recently and has shown praise, but beefing with these new artists is a bad look on her part, especially if you feel you're so many levels above them. At that point, you shouldn't even be lowering yourself to entertain a beef with someone you consider a smaller artist. If you're a bigger artist, be the bigger person.
Megan. Oh, Megan. Megan.
Her current beef with Megan Thee Stallion is doing more harm than good, and she's coming off as a shitty person, talking about Meg's dead mother, and her unhinged behavior is putting her in a negative light, as many think it's overreacting and being very bitter. And her fan base isn't making it any better, going as far as to leaking the resting place of Meg's mother's grave, which is crazy. It just shows how you react to situations influences people. In her case, her barbs. I've already spoken on how dumb artist fandom is, but this is a whole other level. Sometimes it's better to just shut up and not let things faze you. Saying less is sometimes saying more, and reacting without composure could only hurt you in the long run. Meg at this point of recording hasn't even responded to all the negativity Nicki's putting out, so she's pretty much taking in all that press clout without saying anything at all, while Nicki, barking like a rabid dog, is shooting herself in the foot. Nicki's built a legacy worth maintaining, and if she doesn't stop while she's ahead, unfortunately, she will be tarnishing this legacy forever, because at the end of the day, no one likes an angry rapper.